Hi, Dave Snyder here. It is the 21st of November 2014, and I'm going to remake my video just because I don't know, I shouldn't have, I feel bad because I dumped all my anger out on everybody in my video, and I kind of had a few people give me some negative feedback on it, so I'm going to remake it. And here we go. Google Earth. Let's just say 2 weeks ago, approximately, turn this off here. 2 weeks ago, approximately, I found this weather pattern by North America, right here. This weather pattern, okay? And I noticed, I was looking at this area here because I recognized that pattern right away. As soon as I seen that pattern, I put it right here over the ocean floor in Australia. As you can see, there's a circular pattern right here in the ocean floor. It's a circular pattern for sure. It goes like this and it goes round. Well, I put this here, right? Put that there like 2 weeks ago and made a video about it showing that. And I also showed South America involved with that. See how this is North America. This weather pattern's from North America, right? And I put it right here, so it fits there very well on the ocean floor. So I started putting other pieces of the puzzle together, and I was doing some stuff up here in around the Great Lakes, and I was talking about how some craters, the Copernicus crater on the moon, actually hits, I think, right here on the Earth. This is the impact area where the moon hits the Earth. People, that's just follow me. Try to follow me because you're going to see something here in a minute. I mean, I proved my point in this video. I really do. I think I proved myself to the point where I have nothing left to prove. The only people that have something to prove now would be NASA. I mean, I've proved my point here. So let me just bring up South America here, and this is a picture that shows. Basically, you see this curve right here. That curve basically goes along right around this curve here. You see the curve in the ocean floor. Okay, well, it goes, something like this. But Copernicus hits South America right here. This spot right here in South America creates Copernicus and the Maunder crater on the moon, which is in Mare Oriental Basin. So basically, since I know that Copernicus hits here, I've had Copernicus overlaid over this area for a very long time. About 2 years, probably close to 2 years. I've had Copernicus over this spot because South America originates here. This whole thing, all the continents originate right here in the Pacific. That's my belief, okay? And you can see this curve here. You see the curve. Okay, well, I brought up the Mare Oriental crater. Okay, I told you I put this up here like 2 weeks ago. Okay, well, let's just say a week ago. It hasn't been a week yet, but close to a week ago, I put up the Mare Oriental Basin right up here. Hold on a second, we'll get there. Okay, it's up here. Right here. Should be right there. Hold on a second. Gotta be here somewhere. Oh, shit. Hold on a second. There it is. Okay, so there, I put this up. You can see it's not that high up my list there. It's just pretty new. And I lined it up to South America just like this because I know this Maunder crater hits the same place as Copernicus does. I just put it, so I put it in the same place where I know Copernicus hits South America, right? Because if you reverse Mare Imbrium on the moon, and Copernicus, that side that we see, if you flip that over and overlay it over South America, it's a perfect fit. So when you see the moon, when you look at the moon when the moon is full and you see Imbrium looking straight at you with Copernicus like right here, if you just look at it back, that whole thing is South America. That whole area you see on the moon is shaped South America. They shaped each other, whatever you want to say, however you want to say it. They go together, those two areas. It's not the only place it goes. But I lined this up and I was thinking, it looks like it could go there. You see this up here, it looks similar, right? It looks somewhat similar. And we know there's like the jungle here. This is like zero, right at sea level. A lot of this area is at zero elevation, or one, or it's really low elevation anyway. And so, anyways, I was looking at it, and I thought I'd bring up some things that I had done in the past in the same area after I put this crater up here. And I did this. I brought up this one from 2 weeks ago. This is a week ago. And then I brought up this one from 2 weeks ago, and I didn't move anything. It just fell into place like this, right? Just like this. And you can see that is the same thing. That this print in the weather is the same exact shape as this inner circle in this crater. It is the same exact thing. Actually, I was looking here in this location and I didn't really see anything. I mean, I could see this part right here. That's clearly in this picture in the weather, that area. Same little curve, same little it's the same thing. You can see the same thing. So I thought that was pretty important. Since that fell right into place on its own, I wasn't even thinking about that happening, and that happened. Like I said in the last video, nobody could predict where I was going with that picture. It just happened to fall into place that way, basically by putting things where they go. Learning where the weather following the weather patterns and just putting things where they look like they go. Lining up weather with the lunar surface and the other areas of the Earth, I guess. Because you see on the ocean floor this circular pattern, right? Okay, well anyways, after that I started bringing up other things to go. Well, before that, like 2 weeks ago when I first put this up, I was putting it up with other areas of the world, I guess. But then I brought up this China one from like a year ago. China, the one I just had up there a minute ago. And that one goes right here. Look at that. Look at this. Check it out. Well, let me turn it. That goes right there. See that? Which puts this, you see this circular area right here. See this area right here, this circular pattern right here on the Earth, that circular shape. Well, it falls right in the center of this circular shape. And you see how it lines up with all the Himalayas, how they line up right there perfectly. Perfectly. And like they say in that, how the Earth was made, there used to be mountains there, the height of the modern day Himalayas right there at the Grand Canyon, that guy says. So, I believe that. And then we have Australia still here. Don't forget, Australia is right here still. This is all down by Australia. We got Asia and China involved in this, all in this impact area. This is like the supercontinent I'm trying to build here, and you see that it had to be this way because there's the Himalayas in the weather, and you can clearly see the circular pattern here that falls right in the center of the circle right here. Okay, now I'm not done yet. I got to bring up another crater, but you also seen that big crater that hits here. Okay, it hits here, and I'm going to get to another area that it hits. It also hits South America. Or it hits them all at the same time. I can't see it hitting all these places at different times and leaving the same print. I just can't see that. But anyways, there's that. Now I'm going to bring up the lunar South Pole. It goes right there like this and falls right in a circular pattern right here. See this? Okay, so I put that there, and I got to go up there and fade out China. Or just turn off China. Okay, so we got the lunar South Pole falling right into that circle. See right there. This circle right here. And I've showed Schrodinger so many times up here. See the curve right here? The weather shows Schrodinger all the time in this area. But this curve right here goes right along with the curve. It's just, in this crater here. Right here basically. See how it actually hits right, this edge would probably go more right along that curve. See that creates that curve. Anyways, South America also has that curve there in the same place, as you'll see right here. South America has that little curve. See in the same place? You just line up that curve in North America with the curve in South America, and you basically got that alignment already right there. See how it fits in South America, that pattern, this weather pattern? See this whole, how this is all filled in, this curve area right here, look. It's right there. Okay. Anyways, and you can see right there where Copernicus hits right there. It's like right there. And it all follows that whole shape in the ocean floor as well. So anyways, that shows the lunar south pole and Mare Oriental hitting this area. There's the lunar south pole. You see how the bright spot falls right into that spot right there. This was the target. This was the main center area of the impacts. You know, all the continents had to be hit at one time or created in the same place at different times. You know how they say like Australia is the land down under? I believe that it was the land down under. And I also believe, well, since it's the youngest continent on the planet, basically, and you can see the iron content in its soil, how red it is and everything like that, that it was really down under some other continent until that continent was pushed off the top or something and it uplifted to become the newest continent. I don't know. It's kind of hard to figure that out, but they were all together. They had to be all together, something like this at one time. Just had to be. See this circular pattern right? Look at this. See that crater with the line through it right here? I can see that in the weather right there. See it? It kind of has a line through, but that crater's in the weather right there. Absolutely. Might even be like this with this part with this line, but that's there. You can see this curve right here. That is right in place. So the moon, lunar south pole print is all over the Earth all the time. I had a lot more to say probably. I was pointing out also that this it has to be the size of the moon because you see that I'm lining this up to the ocean floor right here. This weather I have it lined up to the size of the ocean floor. So when you see this right here fit like this, it tells you the size of the moon. Every time I look at the moon and overlaid over the Earth, whenever it fits, it's consistently bigger, much bigger than they say it is. I mean, every time. There's been a couple times when it's been smaller, but or when it seems smaller, but I'm just using a fraction of the moon surface, and it looks like I'm using the whole side of the moon, but I'm not. What else? Oh, let me bring up the newer ones that I have to go with this pattern, or turn this off here. Okay, so now this is in place. This crater is in place, and we can look at it over the ocean and even see that it fits over it fits right there. You can see something happens right there. Because you see like this, you see this line here, how it curves around. That's right there. It goes right here. It happened right here. You can even see inside this. See this area right here? Look at you can barely see this curve right here. Look, and it has the same curve right there. It goes right. This is where an impact took place on the Earth with the moon, right in this spot. They're trying to hide it, but it's there, absolutely. I mean, like I said, I have nothing left to prove. I have proven my point entirely. Totally proven my point with this overlay, with this perfect finally. It just fell into place on its own, and it's so right there. You can see it clearly. Then I can just bring up the Africa one. It's the same thing. Why that's up here, I don't know, but okay, so it's right here. There's Africa, and check this out. This just lined up the other day. I saved this from Wonder Maps the other day. Look at this area right here. It just lined up like that. Look at that. Tell me that's not the same thing. That is the same exact thing. So Africa, the Congo, the jungle in Africa, the jungle in South America, all have this same pattern right over the top. And North America, obviously, as well, like I just showed. Right up here in North America, same thing. Same pattern. Exactly. But you see how it has that band and everything. Look at that. It comes up like a little snake head or something. It's the exact same thing. You can't get around it. Look. And you also see, look at it this way. And look at this right here. It is the same thing. So I took that crater and I went and put it over Africa. I got that set over Africa now. You know, a little bit different than this, but not much. It goes just like that. You can see it, the whole thing. And see how this circular pattern, and see how it all comes down and out this way out of Africa, like the weather. Like if you were looking at this like it was laid over Africa, you'd see how this, there's no blue over here really. It comes down here, right where that gold mine is. That biggest gold mine in the world is like right here somewhere. And you see how it all kind of flows that direction. You know, people, I'm telling you, the people, the prospectors, the ones that know things, they know this. This is how they find things on the earth. That's why they don't want people to know about it. I mean, that's how it started. You imagine back in the 50s or whenever they got satellites up and they were able to take good pictures of the earth, right? I mean, they were using balloons or whatever, but as soon as they got clear images of the Earth's surface from high in space, they were able to pinpoint locations by doing this. The same thing I'm doing. Guaranteed. Because, I mean, I know for a fact. I've seen the videos, the gold mine videos where they always show the moon and everything else. I'm just saying. It shows certain things to them. People that understand what's going on can look at this and go, put the pieces together like I'm doing, and they can figure it out. I mean, I can't figure it out. I'm not, you know, I don't know what to look for. I just put things together, you know, and if there's, besides that, if there was something, it'll have to be something close by for me to even check it out. So anyways, you know, that just puts all that together. There's Africa now with all the rest of it. Let me take away the crater, and you see there's Africa was like right there at one time. Right in the spot. And you can also put the Sahara goes like fits right in this area up here, so it's probably been up there too. So this probably came off the top of the Sahara, this area here. You can put that right over the Sahara Desert. This area will fit right over it, right up here. So it all starts like right over here at one point in time. But there, see the red right there? That's the impact. Ooh, look at that. Fits right in there. Very nicely. See the tip of Africa? See how it's shaped right here? And you can see there's some kind of sweeping thing. It's the same place, same shape. Something that would shape that. Absolutely. So anyways, that's about enough. I'm sure I had covered a lot more in the other video, but you know, I feel good about where I stand with this you know, research. I really do, because I've tried to prove myself wrong every day. Every day I do this, I wait for something to not happen. You know, for things to stop, for me to stop finding things, and it just don't happen. I keep finding more and more, and even better than before evidence showing this. I mean, so you can believe that the moon's never hit the earth, and maybe it hasn't. Maybe it hasn't. You know, but I look at the earth and I can see things. I see things clearly. I mean, the mountains are huge and the rocks are huge and everything's huge and the oceans are huge and everything is big and everything is amazing, and it didn't happen from little things. I can see the impacts from the little things up in Canada. I can see those. If I look close at Google Earth, I can go up here and I can see the small things where the small things hit. They hit up in the northern hemisphere up here, more or less, like in Russia. Where the one came down in Russia, they come down up here, and I can see those in the land when I get in close. I can see what, you know, those impacts. I know exactly what to look for that. Those are little things, but the big things that grew the continents, basically grew from this area of the earth. I think right here. I think they all grew from right in this area. So. Something bigger left out of the story. Big hole in Earth's story. That's the big hole in Earth's story. And that's why I share the Sailor Moon things all the time that show you. They're telling you straight up. The one I just shared last night just tells you right from the beginning. Look, I destroyed the planet. Sailor Moon comes out and says, I destroyed the planet. and then they show the moon hit the Earth. I mean, it's just a kid show, you think, but it's not. It's not a kid show. They know what they're talking about. They know exactly what I've been trying to point out. They can show it to you with graphics. I can't really show it to you with such neat graphics. But anyways, have a great day.